Warning, the following video has not been approved by the Comic Code Authority and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Comic Assassin. Hope all of y'all had a great weekend. But it's Monday, back to the grind, so let's just jump into it. I got a little bit of news for you guys, and I'm also going to go over the top books that I'll be looking for this upcoming week on New Comic Book Day. So there's a lot of news. A lot of news has come out this weekend when it comes to the movies and the shows. First off, Birds of Prey. I talked a little bit about that in my video yesterday, but basically, a lot of the headlines out for this movie is that it kind of bombed. Right? It did not meet the expectation that they thought it would when it came to opening weekend. And I just want to say this. I think there's a lot of factors that go into that. First off, I don't think Birds of Prey are as well known of a group as, say, the Suicide Squad. That could be one factor. We knew that Joker wasn't going to be in it. That could be another big factor. And some people aren't just drawn to these either all male forces or all female teams, right? And it didn't help that the way they marketed this movie, right? I rarely saw any ads for this movie, but it also didn't help when you have people from the movie tweeting saying that this is a movie not made for men, right? That doesn't really help sell your product, right? So, but it's funny because when I went and saw it, it was mostly men there, so I don't know how much of an effect that had, but it could have kept people from wanting to see it, thinking it was going to be an ultra feminized movie, which, I actually had no problem with that, as far as the movie aspect of it. But when you make comments about that, it kind of might segregate a part of your possible audience. But I'm still doubling down. I still thought it was a great movie. It was a shorter movie. It's like only like an hour and a half or something like that. And there wasn't a moment that went by that I was like, checking my watch, seeing like, okay, is this over yet? It was action packed. There was things that I would change. There was things I didn't like about the movie. That's how it is with most movies, right? Especially a comic book movie. But I really thought it was entertaining. It was filled with humor, and I'm doubling down. I'm recommending it to everybody. Even if you don't go see it in the theater, check it out on DVD. I think you'll watch it. It is rude and crude. There's a lot of cuss words in there. All right, so don't go bringing the little ones there. But my daughter, I took my daughter and her two friends. They loved it. They loved it. My wife, she loved it, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm just throwing that out there. All right. So I don't think it's getting the credit that it deserves. But there's a lot of other movie news coming out, y'all, and a lot of it's rumors. Let's start with Wonder Woman 1984. So we finally get a shot of the cheetah. So apparently the cheetah is going to be a character in this movie, and I'm not that impressed. So first off, the only thing that even resembles a cheetah is that she has like a yellowish toned skin. There's no spots, there's no markings. And then if you look at, like, what is she wearing? She's wearing like either like a snake skin, alligator skin jacket. Like, that seems kind of weird, right? So I'm not impressed with that. Hopefully this is just like a first promo picture. Maybe they'll make some changes. But yeah, if that's what they're going to do with Cheetah, they better bring it with some action, because visually speaking, I'm not impressed. Another people are starting to get gripes about is apparently some of the plot has been leaked, and they're saying that Maxwell Lord is going to be one of the main villains in this movie, and apparently kind of stealing the spotlight in a lot of ways. Anyway, if you want to know Maxwell Lord, his first appearance was in Justice League #1, the first volume back in 1987. So if you're looking for a first appearance, that's where you need to go. But yeah, I'm a little on the fence now, because that trailer looked dope. I was stoked about this movie, and now I'm getting a little bit more of the news about Maxwell Lord and the way they're looking at Cheetah. It's making me pump the brakes just a little bit. Pumping the brakes, all right? Now we go to Disney Plus. The rumors are they are doing an Agents of S.W.O.R.D. show, right? And if you're not familiar with the Agents of S.W.O.R.D., their first appearance was Astonishing X-Men, I believe volume number 3, number 6. But I've heard conflicting things about this. So basically, with this show, I've heard that they're going to bring on like a secret invasion type thing, with the scrolls and all that kind of stuff. But then I've also heard it reported in a different way, which made it seem like there might have been like 2 different shows, like an Agents of S.W.O.R.D. and a secret invasion. So I think that's way down the road. I think that's probably going to be like a Phase 5 type of thing. I don't think it has nothing to do with Phase 4. I think maybe they're just in the development stage of it. So yeah, some more rumors on that. Then we have Falcon and Winter Soldier. So basically, there's this picture going around what appears to show the flag of Madripoor. Now, if you're not familiar with Madripoor, Madripoor is an island that's in the comics. It's, I believe it's supposed to be located somewhere like the South Pacific or something like that. It was first talked about or shown in New Mutants 32. But here's where it gets kind of tricky, because if you look at Madripoor, what you're going to find is there was a lot of history with that island when it comes to the X-Men, especially Wolverine. Right? So now there's the rumors that, okay, the MCU is starting to drop little hints that the X-Men, right, are coming to the MCU. Now, doubling down on that same thought, we go to Captain Marvel 2 that's coming out. And apparently the rumor is that Rogue is going to be in it, which also furthers the rumor, the thought that they're setting up mutants. They're setting up the mutants and the X-Men to be in the MCU. First off, what I don't like about this Rogue news is, one, and don't get me wrong, I love Rogue. I would love to see some Rogue in the movies. They're making her the villain. That's the rumor. They're making her the villain. Which, first off, doesn't make sense to me. And second off, they're making her the villain in Captain Marvel? And you guys might know more than me, but I don't know. I didn't know there was a big storyline between Rogue and Captain Marvel. And if there is, please leave a comment. I would love to know, because maybe there's something I'm missing. But it just seems odd that Rogue is going to be even in a Captain Marvel movie, and then she's going to be the villain. So I don't know where to go with that one. But it's also rumored that we're going to get Nova. Right? They've been talking about Nova for a while now. Apparently, he's rumored to be in the new Captain Marvel movie, as well as Moonstone. In Moonstone, I'm just going to mention her first appearance. It was in Captain America 192, right? Captain America 192 is where you can find her first appearance. And I'm just mentioning that because she's probably one of the less known out of the 3. So that might be a book that you might want to pick up if you can, especially if it is confirmed that, she's in the movies. But, but there's the rumors keep on going. While I was actually preparing, like looking up some stuff just dropped like maybe 15 minutes ago that, according to Lords of the Long Box, that Kang the Conqueror is going to be in the next Avengers movie, which we know is going to be, a ways down the road. But apparently people have already talked about Kang the Conqueror. And I don't know how this dude gets his information, but he's talking about King the Conqueror. So, yeah. So, yeah, we got a lot of speculation, a lot of stuff going on. Let's just see where the chips fall. And at the end of the day, hope they just put out some good content for all of us. Going on to the books. I don't really talk about the books that much, but Capullo, right? Capullo has just released a little snippet, a little picture of, I guess, what he's doing for the Dark Metal sequel. It looks alright. I just, why? I was so disappointed with the Dark Metal series. I mean, it started off really hype. I liked all most of the tie-ins, but I think the overall series wasn't good. And the fact that they're doing a sequel, it's like, I don't know, it kind of bores me a little bit, to be honest with you. But if you liked Metal, hey, you're going to get a sequel. He's showing little tidbits of the artwork there. But another thing that I found funny, so Captain America, The End, that came out, I believe, last week, apparently made a big boo-boo. So basically, when they were looking at the credits, they credited Stan Lee and Jack Kirby as being the creators of Captain America. Well, we know that Stan Lee did not create Captain America. That was Joe Simon, right? So, yeah, just a little bit of a snafu. It's one of those things where not only the person that wrote it, but the editors didn't catch it. So yeah, little boo boo from Captain America. The end. So yeah, that's some of the news. Now let's roll into what books are coming out this week. I'm not going to go down the list. We got a lot of stuff coming out. And at the end of the day, you buy what you want. These are just some of the top picks that I'm going to be looking at. Starting off with indie, we have Tartarus. Tartarus. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Number 1, coming out from Image. Seems like a little interesting book. I didn't like the price tag on it, right? I mean, I think it's a bigger book, like 44 pages, but it's got like a $5.99 price tag. For number 1s, yeah, I don't like paying that money. $4.99, I get it. I don't even like paying that, but I get it, right? You do $5.99, I don't know, but it seems like some of an interesting concept, so it might be worth checking out. But my 2 top indie books, I'm gonna go Alienated, number 1 from Boom Studios, and this reminds me of kind of like a Stranger Things kind of concept. Basically, these kids, they have some abilities but don't really use them, or they're scared to use them, and they see something like some type of being, maybe an alien being born or something like that, and they kind of take it on as their pet. It has to eat, they find it prey, but then they start using this thing for their own intentions, and it kind of gets out of hand or something like that. But it really did kind of remind me of Stranger Things when I started to read the synopsis. And it could be pretty good. This is one that I probably will pick up if it is available at my comic book shop. And then we have The Shadow of a Wanted Man. Actually, no, it's Undone by Blood, or The Shadow of a Wanted Man. And this is from Aftershock. I really dig it. It's kind of set back, a little bit in the past. It's out west. There's a chick she's going out for vengeance. Apparently, she's going after the man that killed her family. She's got an old Western book with her or something like that. So it's kind of got that old Western kind of feel. And then there's comes across this town with dark secrets and stuff like that. I dig the synopsis. I kind of like that kind of storyline. So that's one I'll definitely be picking up. So yeah, Undone by Blood or The Shadow of a Wanted Man. Moving on to DC, let's just talk Birds of Prey again, right? That Harley Quinn Birds of Prey number 1's coming out. I like that Chew variant. Those Chew variants can be sought after, so I don't think it's going to heat up, but the book coming out at basically the same time the movie's coming out, there might be a little bit of hype about it. Especially if you are a fan of Harley Quinn and this Birds of Prey, it might be one that you want to pick up. Then we have Catwoman number 20 and Cover Ray. That McDonald, that alone is what sells me. That is probably to me one of the best covers of the week. When I first looked at it, I thought it was an art germ. Right, it really did. It had that very similar style, but it's just a sweet cover of Catwoman. So yeah, if you like going after covers, this is one that I'd recommend. If you're a Catwoman fan, definitely pick that one up. But I'm gonna go, unfortunately, Batman Pennyworth, Rest in Peace, number 1. That's one of my top picks, y'all. It is. It pains me to say, and this is what gets me, because I really did feel, and I still kind of feel that he's gonna come back. Maybe not in this volume, but maybe the next volume. I don't think this is the last we're going to see of Alfred. But I could be wrong. I really could be wrong, but this is going to have a little bit of finality when it comes to Alfred. Rest in peace, homie. Oh, and there's also some news that I guess someone was doing an interview with Tom King, and he was basically saying that it wasn't his idea, or he didn't want to kill off Alfred. Like, DC pushed him to kill off Alfred. So, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what Tom King said. Yeah, so those are some of my top picks for DC. Rolling on to Marvel, we're going Venom 23. That's just me personally for the read. I've been enjoying it. We're doing this whole, Island of Venom type of thing. So I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. We also have Nebula, number 1, coming out. Now, this is one I'm probably honestly going to pass on, but hey, This might be a good starting off point for some newer readers who are wanting to get into a book, especially if they like the whole Guardians of the Galaxy and that kind of thing. It might be a good jumping off point for someone to get into a character. That's why I'm recommending it. Then we have my 2 top picks, Gwen Stacy, #1. I love some Gwen Stacy. I want to check it out. And I'm going to go with that J. Scott Campbell cover B, I believe it is. Regular cover price. That's the one that I would pick. But I'll say about these covers, there's plenty to pick from for regular cover price. And I think all of them look good for the most part. So I'd be okay with any of those covers because they all look very, very well done. But if I had my pick, I'd probably go J. Scott Campbell just out of habit. And then we have Spirits of Ghost Rider, Mother of Demons, #1 coming out. So we're talking about Mother of Demons, and this brings up the character Lilith. Right? So it could be a fun read. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this. I really am. So that's one of my top picks from Marvel. I'd probably go the Stephanie Hans variant on this one, regular cover price, cover B. It's already sold out on Midtown. So that's the one that you might want to try to get, if you're interested in that kind of thing. So yeah, those are my top picks, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what books y'all are picking up. Let me know what you think about the news I dropped and everything else. I would love to hear from you guys. But I appreciate all of y'all checking out this video. Feel free to give it a like. Feel free to give it a dislike. But more importantly, please leave a comment, because I always love hearing what you guys have to say. And with that being said, y'all, be safe, be patient, kind, and loving to one another. And when it comes to Wednesday, new comic book day, the Comic Assassin is wishing all of y'all happy hunting.